Y ahora, Ian, pásame la tabla periódica que dejé allá. Muchas gracias. Déjame ver. Mierda. Ponla. Aquí está. La tabla periódica. La tabla periódica es una disposición tubular de los elementos químicos ordenados por su número atómico, configuraciones electrónicas y propiedades químicas recurrentes. Este orden muestra tendencias periódicas, tales como elementos con comportamientos similares en las mismas columnas. En general, dentro de una fila, los elementos son metales a la izquierda y no metales a la derecha. ¡Wow! ¡Qué interesante ese dato! Pero lo que no saben es que a las personas que se les ocurrieron la idea de que en el mundo está compuesto de elementos fueron los griegos. Sí, y acorde a ellos, los elementos únicos eran fuego, agua, tierra y viento. Pero como fue pasando el tiempo, la gente se dio cuenta que con esos elementos no se componía todo el mundo. No fueron creadas para descubrir el mundo físico. ¿Alguien sabía ese dato? ¿Alguna pregunta? No manden a calle el puro. Mejor yo me quité, bye.
Many people wonder how to read the periodic table. The table assigns colors to elements with similar properties. An example would be the transition metals located around the center of the table. Under each square you can find information about a particular element. Information like this includes the name, mass, atomic number, and symbol. The symbol is an abbreviation of the element's name. Sometimes these come from Latin or Greek. For example, H stands for hydrogen, but Pb stands for plumbers, which is the Latin for lead. Under the name, you can find the common name. For example, Na is typically referred to as sodium. The atomic number of an element is the amount of protons in its nucleus. They go in increasing order from left to right. The first one has 1 proton, the last one has 118. There are 118 elements in the table too, by the way. Hydrogen only has 1 proton, that's where it's located in the top left corner of the table. Lastly, an element's atomic weight is its weight compared to hydrogen. Since atoms are too light to be weighed, the periodic table uses relative weight. Hydrogen is the lightest element, that's why its weight is 1. Carbon is approximately 12 times heavier than hydrogen, that's why its weight is 12.011.
And now we're kicking it old school with a classic that is back. Yeah, that's right. These are the world's top 10 most toxic elements.
Primero, mercurio, encontrado en tumbas chinas con más de 4.000 años de edad. Su símbolo químico es Hg. Plutonio, un metal radioactivo encontrado o descubierto en el 1940 en California. Ahora vamos a hablar del uranio. Uranio fue descubierto, como aquí dice, en 1789 por Martin en Alemania. Cuando estaba minando, encontró un metal que pensó que era hierro. Lo extrajo y le puso sal de potasio. El elemento se volvió amarillo, lo que era raro para el hierro. ¿Verdad que sí? Es muy gracioso. Ahí se dio cuenta que había descubierto un nuevo elemento. El uranio es radiactivo y se usa en reactores nucleares. El plomo daña la producción de células rojas y calcio. Bueno, vamos a hablar del níquel. Ok, como dice aquí, fue descubierto por un científico sueco que intentaba extraer cobre. En vez de eso, consiguió un elemento plateado al que llamó níquel. El níquel también se encuentra en las joyas y en algunas personas puede causar alergia.
Number 6, cyanide. It's a compound that contains carbon and nitrogen. It was discovered in 1782 by a Swedish scientist called Carl Scheele. Cyanide can't be found in apple seeds and other fruits. Number 7. Dihydrogen monoxide. It's a very poisonous substance. It's naturally occurring and can be found everywhere, from food to water and even inside your own body. It's a dangerous chemical that's slowly killing us. Number 8. Lithium. Like many other elements in the list, it was discovered by a Swedish scientist called Johan Arfvedson in 1817. Lithium is still used today in batteries. Lithium, when ingested in excessive amounts, can be harmful to the brain and heart. Number 9. Asbestos. It was invented in 1858. It's made out of silicon and looks very soft and smooth, almost like wool. In reality, it's extremely dangerous and toxic since it can be inhaled and that can cause damage to the lungs. It used to be used in ceilings and corrugated roofing sheets. It was made illegal in the USA in 1985. Now, we're going to talk about the most exciting one. Number 10. Gallium. It was discovered in 1875 by the French chemist Paul-Émile Lecoq de Bois-Baudran. However, it was first predicted by the Russian Dmitry Mendeleev in 1871. That's right, the same person who came up with the periodic table of elements. Gallium's toxic effects are similar to those of mercury. They are not immediate, but when they kick in, they typically cause rashes or blackouts. Bonus fact. How compounds are named. Naming compounds is quite simple and can be done in just 2 steps. Step number 1, add "ide" to the end of the second element. Step number 2, see if you need prefixes. When a compound has more than one atom, you may need to use these. Now, let's put it to practice. CH4, which is methane, could also be called monocarbon tetrahydride, since it has 1 carbon and 4 hydrogens. But since there's only 1 carbon atom, the mono can be omitted. There's also a prefix per, which indicates a bond between atoms of the same element, such as peroxide, which means oxygen-oxygen bond. And what is the definition of an acid? An acid is a substance that creates ions when it reacts. Ions are atoms with positive or negative charges due to excess protons/electrons.